Welcome to Silver Heist. Thank you to our returning subscribers and guests. So today we're going to talk about China versus America. So there's some trade tensions. There's a potential trade war brewing between China and America. And so I've recently got some trade tensions in my stack. So I have an abundance of not intended for circulating coins because I coin roll hunt $50. So I traded them for two coins. One is a panda and one is an American Silver Eagle. So there's been trade tension in my stack ever since. So we're going to get to the bottom of it and compare the Chinese panda to the American Silver Eagle. So we're a channel that likes to show coins. So if you like to see coins, please subscribe. And at the end of the video, if you like America, give it a thumbs up. So our first category is mint. So where are the two coins made? So obviously this is made in China and this is made in the USA for now. So all things being equal, a product being made in China versus made in the USA, I would give the preference to America. All right, so our next category is years. So this is a 2015, and this is actually a 1987. So the years that have been made is the Chinese panda has been made since 1983, where the American Silver Eagle has been made since 1986. So no big preference over that, not one over the other. The symbolism is interesting. So the symbolism for this guy is it's the Chinese panda. Now I'm not sure if pandas are only indigenous to China, but pretty much you equate pandas with China. So it's something of their national pride, it's a national heritage. In the early 70s, China gave a couple of pandas to President Nixon that were then housed in the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. So it's definitely a point of pride for China, the panda. It's kind of like how Australia has kangaroos on their coins or koala bears. This is called the Hall of Prayer for Abundant Harvest. You can't blame a country for wanting to project that they can feed their people Wheaties. Now the symbolism for the American Silver Eagle is the Walking Liberty. This was a design on the $50 from 1916 onwards until it was replaced by the Franklin $50. And then this has been the symbol of the American Silver Eagle since 1986. And the heraldic eagle, which is very similar to the presidential seal. So symbolism-wise, this hits all the points. Liberty, in God we trust, United States of America, e pluribus unum. With this one, the only markings are People's Republic of China. Symbolism-wise, I think they both represent their countries well, but since I'm an American, I'm going to vote for America. Now the next category is design. Now this has been the same design since 1986, unchanging. It's been the same. Now maybe they changed the font at one point, but really nothing has changed. They've put some mint marks on some special ones, but really it's the same design, both the obverse and reverse, so unchanging, constant. So this is the same design. This side is the same design every year. It always features this building. Had slightly different representations in the 80s, but it's always featured that building as far as I know. But every year there's a different panda. There could be two pandas. The panda could be crawling in a tree. Panda could be with her cub. So the design of the panda changes every year. Whereas, and there's always a different year, mintage. Whereas the only thing that changes on the American Silver Eagle is the year. So the two choices are something that changes or something that is constant. Now, I think collectors appreciate the changes because it makes it more of a series. I'm less of a collector. I like the beauty of designs. So do you like things that change or do you like things that stay the same? So for me, I like things that stay the same. America. Now the next category is weight and purity. Now this gets a little tricky. For here, it's not tricky. It is 1 ounce of fine silver. So it doesn't say 999 or 9999, but it does specify fine silver, and it's 1 ounce. And 1 ounce means 1 troy ounce. Now when we look here at the 2015, all I see is Chinese symbols, which I didn't understand, but that means the People's Republic of China. And then here, it has 10 and a symbol. I didn't know what that is, but we're going to talk about that later. So that isn't going to help us with the weight or the purity. And there's nothing else. There's no other symbols. And we didn't look at the edge, but let's just look at the edge. It's kind of a cool difference. This is a reeded edge, and this has a spiral reeded edge. So there's no words on the edge. So it's not like the 999 is stamped on the edge. So this is where it gets tricky. Now I've seen some videos. I'm not a big panda stacker. This is the only one I have. So I've heard people talk about these aren't 1 ounce, that they're 30 grams. So let's explore the difference. So what happened is that people talk about how pandas are 30 grams, that they're metric, because 1 troy ounce is actually 31.1 grams. So they've gone metric, but in the past, they were troy ounce. So in 2014 and earlier, they were 1 troy ounce, and they're 999, and it actually says, you can go on the internet or go to APMEX and look for the 2014 coins. You'll see 1 troy ounce and 999. So if you go to APMEX and find the 2014 or the 2016 coins, what you're going to find is right here in 2014, it's going to say 1 ounce 999, and in 2016, it's going to say 30 G's 999, and in 2015, it says nothing. So this is a transition year, and this is the way they were handling it. So according to looking this up on the internet, this is the 1 ounce, but they didn't say what it was. So in my opinion, this is the sneaky panda. So just for transparency alone, we're going to give that to America. Now our last category is denomination. So the American Silver Eagle is $1 US, and this is 10 yuans. So both of them are government-backed bullion. This is backed by the US for $1. This is backed by the People's Republic of China for 10 yuan. So my preference would be America. Overall for me, undoubtedly, I would have to say America.
Hello, is this Silver Heist?
This is Silver Heist.
Silver Heist?
Why don't you pass the time by playing a little solitaire? Chinese Silver Pandas are the bravest, kindest, warmest, most wonderful silver bullion I've ever known in my entire life.